يا اسطى انا اسمي يحيى عايزك تعمل لي رنة موبايل ان شاء الله حبيبي على فيديو تفرح وتتبسط. يحيى رد على التليفون يا يحيى. ما ترد يا يحيى.
ايه طويله هاي بعدين تعب عليها.
It's a trend.
Brand new episode, brand new week.
Kanzi on the mic.
Awab, baby.
Flamingos podcast.
Podcast, man. That's the shit. Let's go.
You just listened to the Flamingos podcast. This is episode 134. This is Yad.
Kanzi on the mic.
And Awab.
And we back. بس ان شاء الله ما في حد يقول.
انت يا اخوانا ليه ما عجبتكم A1 كان سالتك؟
A1.
I told you to call me A1. Why?
لا
It's not a pass.
انت you got us confused صراحة.
قلت لك give me a context. لا بس قول لي
بس
كده.
A1 يعني A1 sauce. A1 with this. No? Okay. Never mind.
You have to be an A1 to be called A1.
عن قلة الأدب.
شفت كيف؟
الصراحة.
لكن it's facts.
هاي. المهم. With that being said, how you guys doing? How was your week? Kanzi, I'll start with you. It's been a while. I need to catch up.
Man.
Oh man.
الحمد لله على كل حال. It's like عشان كده قلت لك it's like I never left. عرفت حاجة أقول لكم نفس الحاجات الخفيفة عرفت
نفس الطعم.
Well, nothing much. Just the usual me. Lots of work, lots of projects running at the same time.
How's life been going?
Life is shit, but we are just living.
What a start. All right.
Exactly. But yeah, it's tough times in general for all the. I think it's tough times for all the Sudanese people. Like they're going through.
It is.
Yeah, and add to that all the normal difficulties that we are going through.
بتجي أصلاً كل يوم.
by default. الحمد لله على كل حال, and we just believing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and
الهول I used to believe.
that belief
بتاع light at the end of the tunnel ده كبير ولا صغير؟
شكله هو أصلاً هو ده اللي جايب لك المشكلة.
المفروض
تكفله.
المفروض stays as it is يعني shouldn't.
طيب اللايت
shouldn't phase you. عرفت كيف؟
شايف لايت طيب؟
في يعني
في لايت.
لا والله
غير لايت الغرفة ده.
It's getting darker صراحة. It's getting darker. لكن there's moral of the story. There's always should be hope, because without hope, يعني people cannot achieve whatever they are pursuing.
True.
You gotta keep pushing whatever the situation that you are in, because that sense of believing that there is a solution at the end. There is something. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. And also it's an opportunity for everybody to reflect on themselves and see what are the bad things that they're doing. يعني عرفت كيف يراجعوا نفسهم كل زول.
لكن أنا عندي لك سؤال كده. خلينا ننظر بالمرة كده. It has to use every time you keep mentioning the light at the end of the tunnel.
ما هو without mentioning
ما هي ذاتها نظرة سلبية للحياة.
لا بالعكس.
لأنه أنت you're assuming you're putting yourself in a dark place already.
لا ما أنا I'm measuring based on what's happening around me, and I'm not stating كده. I'm not choosing to be in a dark place. عرفت؟ كل circumstances, the whole universe is
اتلم
على الإنسان. ف يعني looking at the bright side of it.
When was the last time you took a break?
All tough times make a good character out of it.
When was the last time you
have
took?
to make a new personality out of it.
When was the last time you took a break from your day-to-day choices that you do?
Day to day.
So you have your day-to-day, right? Which is work. You get stuck in work. You work.
Yeah.
So you have those day-to-day stuff that you always do. When did you break that cycle?
It's been a while. يعني let's be honest, it's been a while. I didn't take a proper personal like break. Yeah. And I'm planning إن شاء الله يعني كده mid July, end of July, starting of August.
عيد الأضحى يعني.
After that,
that's
after that,
after
yeah,
June.
that's after that, yeah.
أضحى اللي عندك.
I think it's gonna be in the middle of the summer when the heat
أطلع
is
أعذب
there.
نفسي أكثر برضه في
لا
الجو.
أهرب. It's a chance to escape the heat. And yeah. بس yeah. That's it.
أواب.
مرحب، كيف ممكن اساعدك؟ لا وريني انت كيف
How you doing?
اول حاجه.
I'm good. I'm a bit fatigued, tired. It's one of the things that I want to.
ما هي تتعب therapy.
But no, physically, I do need that break, and I'm gonna take this break.
Yeah.
خلاص, you know, and I do need it. It's life. And I understand it. We're human beings at the end of the day. You know, we do need to take a break every here and there to come back refreshed. You know, recharged, and all of that. This is something that I want to talk about at a later stage in today's episode, burnouts, which is something that I feel that I've been going through lately.
Yeah.
It's the lifestyle. It's the life that I've changed to live in right now. It's the commitments. It's the responsibilities that come with whatever that I'm where I'm at now in life. You know, it's too many stuff. You know, that is happening. That okay, it's taking a toll. خلاص, you know, I need that break to. خلاص, shuffle things around, have a clear mind, have, you know, and all of that.
Kind of get you into navigating this,
You know,
this new terrain.
Exactly, you know. So it is needed. It is something that I should, and I believe us as people, we should cherish that as well. It's just like, you know, when you go out and you work out in the gym and then they tell you recovery is a must as well. Just when you work out, you say I would work out 5 days a week, for exactly, yeah. You need that. You need that break. Life is just a long workout process, you know, and you need to divide your breaks throughout life.
Exactly.
You know, you need to have some, you know, recovery time. You need to have some, you know, reflection time. You need to have all of those stuff. This is my time now. And
what about balance though? And if you have that balance من البداية,
it's not that.
You won't feel that burnout.
Yes, but
or you'll have a longer.
We're human beings at the end of the day. How much of a balance that you'll try to keep? I understand, but we are human beings at the end of the day. We tend to do mistakes. We tend to forget. We tend to all of that, you know. So we tend to go through what we enjoy, not minding our capacity, you know, if that is. And then you would reach out to a burnout. That's where you go like, okay, now I do have to take that, you know. Although you had it in your mind when you first started or before you start, that, you know what, every here and there I'll take a break. But then you get driven away with life. You get, you know, khalas, life is happening. You tend to forget. You tend to do this and that. The good thing is, and I believe it's when you realize that you have to stop.
Yeah.
Or when you realize that, okay, I need that recovery. You realize that, okay, you know what? I need that break now. I have to take it. Khalas, you know? You push everything back and you start going through that break. You know? You start taking it. Khalas. Yeah. Realization is a thing that I think we don't really mind much.
We don't pay attention.
Yeah, we don't sit and realize things properly, usually on a regular basis, you know, until something happens or we get a hit on our head, we go like, yeah, that's our only most of people realization mechanism, you know, that's how it works.
Yeah.
People don't realize things at an earlier stage until they start falling.
Yeah.
That's when they start coming into conclusions, into realizations, into all of those stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Some people, they have to learn it the difficult way.
Exactly. But no matter how you sit and you advise people and you tell them like, yo, for example, you know, this tissue box has a lot of, it's hot, for example, you know? Some people just go, yo, it's a tissue box, you know, what is it gonna do? It's not hot. Until they touch it and they burn their fingers, they go like, okay, you know, that's their realization mechanism, you know, until they go through it, until they had advice is not gonna work. So you let people be. You let them be. Let them realize, you know. خلاص. It is what it is. But I talk to myself a lot, and I try to remind myself a lot. Yet I also keep,
Falling.
forgetting or falling. Yeah, with that, I go like, shit. I told that to myself a while ago. That's yeah. Right now, I believe I just need a break, and hopefully, I'm just gonna take that and let's see.
Kinda gets you back on track.
I'm away. Yeah, I'm away next week. So, and then I'm gonna have another one later on. Let's see how it goes.
That's pretty good.
What about you?
Damn. Y'all said so many depressing shit. أنا ما أعرف ذاته.
Was it depressing though?
It's not depressing, but it's
It's the reality.
they're downers.
The reality.
Is it? I think it's realizations.
Yeah, downing realizations.
No, not really. It's not all realizations are with the happy results. Not all realizations are with the with something that is. As long as realize something, here you go. That he said yes, I need to take a break, and he put a time for his break. Now it's up to him if he takes it or not. But then he realized. He checked himself and he realized that I have to take a break in July, August, right?
Yeah.
Are you? That's where it goes.
I am. Because one of the learning one of the learning techniques that I like I gained throughout my experience is that the best way is to take the precautions of not facing that burnout that you are facing, and taking these precautions can be like planning the whole year vacations and where you're gonna stop, and knowing your capacity, the maximum capacity that you can give into a specific project, task, or whatever you're putting your efforts in. So planning that and strategizing it ahead prevent all these burnouts from happening. But yeah, for example, in my scenario, it took me years to realize that.
To reach this point. Of knowing when you're going to burn out and try to get ahead of it.
Exactly. And I went through all the obstacles, those life lessons. All of these life lessons, And life is a learning curve in all aspects.
Of course.
Yeah.
But then, as humans, we try to, زي ما بقول لك, a lot of people, الحاجة دي that I learned recently, a lot of people try to reach as close to perfect. طبعا كمان لله. So people try to reach as close to perfection as they can. في حاجة in their life, in their mentality, in the things they do, صح?
Yeah.
Generally, we all try to be the best we can be. But what people don't realize is a lot of people get discouraged that it's taking too long, ولا حاسين إنه they're not making progress. الحاجات دي بتجي للناس after a while. But a lot of people don't know or don't realize, part of the realizations that I have is that you're not going to get there. And يعني you're going to improve as you grow.
Yeah.
But you're never gonna reach a level where
your
you
improvement
go like,
is
I'm done
the
improving.
process of going through improvement. That's like
you should be done improving when you die, basically.
Yeah, as a human being, you never, you never fully improved. You never fully. You improve certain stuff to keep you going for what's next to improve.
Yeah,
exactly.
You grant this utility, that learning that will help you to go to what's next to improve.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how I believe in it. That's how I believe in everything in life throughout, going after what you want in life, blah, blah, blah. All of those stuff, True. But yeah.
Regarding me, I'm going to make it short. Let me figure out how to make it short. I'm going to curse on this one. I'm sorry, Lakin. My life is shit right now.
Yes, that's it. The motto.
My whole life is in limbo.
Yes.
I don't know where I'm going to be a week from now or a month from now or that kind of shit. أصبر. But I feel great.
Okay.
I feel amazing. I really do. I genuinely do. Alhamdulillah. Because I learned, this is part of the realizations.
إنه القعدة في الشارع عادية.
إنه عادي you can be homeless يعني.
عادي. Being a nomad حاجة عادية. Being a nomad حاجة عادية.
لا لكن I'm learning how to isolate my energy from what's happening in life.
Nice.
Well, that's a good point, which is يعني
it's big. To me it's big. It's something big because it was hard for me to do.
What happens to you on a personal level doesn't have to reflect on a public level. For
Yes.
example, with people.
Or what was happening in the outside should not affect
No, what's
whatever you
happening
are
in the inside shouldn't affect what's happening on the outside. That's how I see it.
No, it's
لا
not
هو
the
what's
way
happening on the outside
Outside
should
should
affect your energy, your الكيان حقك جواك shouldn't
okay.
affect it.
Okay.
يعني
Should not affect it, yeah.
we all have problems in life.
100%.
Everybody has them. For you to realize that you are not your problems.
حلو سمحة دي ها
جمحة سمحة.
سمحة واصلين حتة
For you to realize إنه you are not your problems
بسط كيف؟
and you are not ال overthinking that you do التفكير الحاجات الكثيرة اللي أنت بتمر فيها بتفكر في مشاكل
قبل النوم ذاك
أيوة الحاجات دي ما أنت. That's not you. That's your mind taking you places, taking you through possibilities and journeys and stuff.
That's your imagination.
That's your imagination, basically. Realizing that you yourself are separate from that, and you use your mind to basically isolate your energy yourself from everything, keep your energy safe and protected, and then use your mind to do positive things, and don't let your mind drag you into negative thinking, and or into overthinking or into negative places, because at the end of the day, there's no situation in life that can happen to you that you cannot find a way out of. With time and work and perseverance.
That's true. But the only new thing I think people suffer from nowadays which is going through overthinking, anxiety, and all of these things, and then there will be an external factors like war, troubles that comes at you. Yeah. So learning how to manage all of these factors and how
ما سهلة.
it's not easy.
It's a process.
It's a process. But for example, most of us are going through this for the first time. So we learn from it. So if it happens in the future, we build the immunity against it.
Or you become
whatever.
better at dealing with it, or you try to find your way. And thankfully, this is a new thing that I'm learning to exploring or learning to practice, is because isolating yourself from your problems isn't hard. Is really hard. يعني لأنه your problems are something حاجة بعساك إنت that come to you and affect you directly. So you think, how do I isolate myself from something that is actually happening to me? And it's hard. So I'm learning it. Like that's the whole thing. بحالته, I'm trying to make it short. لو لاحظت.
And not the prison at the same time.
أنا قفل بعد خلاص.
لكن it's a whole
I
thing.
opened to look for a funny video now. To make me اسمع شغل ديك تاني.
Switch the energy.
شغل ديك تاني.
لا
يا
but
يحيى
life
رد
is good
التليفون
يا
يا
man. Life is
يحيى.
great. الحمد لله. كل حاجة تمام.
لا الحمد لله,
مبسوطين.
regardless on anything, you know, it's
Positive vibes.
we discuss this, you know, as
And we talk about ourselves.
Yeah,
more, so
exactly. You know,
we let people know.
it's a point of vulnerability at the end of the day, but people also go through that as well. If you listen to this means that you're not going through that alone. You know, at the end of the
you can
day,
relate to
we
that.
are all human beings. At the end of the day, you relate to that.
صح.
This will open a certain type of discussion, a certain type of mental thought that you would have in your head. You know that, okay, so this guy go through that, I might do that. You know, a learning as well for every human being that is watching or listening to this as
And
well.
if we are following an approach that
completely right.
maybe you want
Very
to relate
toxic.
you want to relate to, and it didn't work for us, maybe it's gonna work
Exactly.
for you.
بالضبط.
And let us know. Let us know also, you know, what you're going through. Let us know also, you know, if you heard something that we're going through that you think you have, you know, an answer for or an idea of us to also
not?
implement an approach. We're more than open to, you know, check out what you guys, you know, have in mind. But anyway, moving on from that, we're gonna discuss something that Awab wrote. It's called Best Diss Beef Tracks of All Time. Or
I don't know why I call them beef tracks. They sound like food.
this, yeah, but best
كنت جعانة.
diss tracks.
Yeah. Best.
Take it through.
Okay. So it's something I saw online circulating and in a couple of interviews. But in hip hop culture,
Yeah.
and we talk about it a few times, that
Yeah.
beef is part of hip hop.
Yep.
And you have legendary diss tracks
Yeah.
that are out there on في العالم نزلت في تاريخ الهيب هوب ده. Do you have certain favorites or
Hala, what I've been reading everywhere,
Okay.
and I've heard the song, you know, And at that time, because Ice Cube came up with No Vaseline, that it is the best diss track of all time, right? Yet, Anna, to me, this is a very biased
Takeover?
answer. Yeah, it's Takeover that I love Takeover, because even though
Don't you think
even though Hov,
Ether was kind of
even though Hov came on the phone, and I heard that he got on a phone call and he expressed how annoyed he was from that diss track. Ether,
But
blah,
Ether
blah,
was
blah.
more popular than
Ether was more popular, but I think Takeover was not looked at, in the proper way. I still think that Takeover is better than Ether.
no.
That's to me.
Look, I'm
that's to me.
as big a whole fan as you, but I mean,
No, sorry, not as me, but okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Ether.
Yeah, that's where people might have the different, because people come and say it's subjective at the end of the day, which is this word that I hate so much. Regardless, I still think Takeover to me is my favorite, but
Why?
because maybe
Give me non-biased reasons.
maybe because I lived or I listened to music at that era. That's why I listened to this and I
Okay.
knew it very well, and I kinda witnessed that
The whole
time
situation, basically.
somehow.
Right.
Yeah, I was so young, but then when I grew up, but I was close in time. When that happened, and No Vaseline. I was
Is Who Shot Ya a diss track?
yeah, by Biggie. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it is.
well, it's also. I also love it, by the way, more than Hit 'Em Up.
That's you.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, Kanzi saying that's you, it's him disagreeing.
I know, but لكن
Kanzi hit him up or
Hit him up for me. For me, I mean, like hit him
he's
up
a West
was
Coast G anyway.
no. It's not like that. But we've been through it. 1996 and when all of this shit happened, and like hit him up when
لما
when it
طلعوه
was-
في الجزيرة.
Yeah,
ما طلعوه أي حتة.
when hit him up dropped, I was like, it was the for us, it was the start of them knowing the definition of dissing and beef tracks, like in real life, in actual life. Even though No Vaseline was before it and everything, but this was hit him up was so fucking famous, yeah.
What about Story I've added on? That's something more recent. Drake and Pusha T.
More recent, yeah. I like I don't know, whenever Drake used to drop any disses against Pusha T, I used to just like anticipate what Pusha T is going to respond.
كان
So I
قليل
was-
الأدب صراحة.
Like, nobody saw Story I've added on coming. Come on.
Yeah, بوشاتي في الريبلاي بتاعه كان قليل الأدب شديد.
أدب.
صراحة كان قليل
كنا
الأدب.
بننتظر
It was-
قلة
it was-
الأدب دي يعني
It was,
to see
it
it
was
in action.
ruthless from Pusha T.
Aye.
That was ruthless.
Yeah, it
Now
was.
this is something that we don't see quite often now. Rappers nowadays came more into subliminally
Yeah.
dissing each other. You don't see a whole track that is
Directed.
dedicated, at a person. You don't see, that energy directed at one person. Nah, I heard you, for example, you pillow talk that,
Yeah.
stuff like those beef tracks.
But I think that's
Yeah,
why
this
Hit 'Em
one-
Up was
It was all vulgar.
a
It was
big
all
deal
out.
because it was all
And
vulgar and بالاسم Bad Boy
Boy,
Biggie as a staff record.
The whole thing, yeah.
كله بالتفصيل
And
عرفت.
I don't understand. I don't understand why nowadays we don't see that.
Because people started losing يعني artists just like
No,
Pac and
because
everybody
you know why?
when
You know
they
why?
took it
Because
seriously.
nowadays I believe rappers are taking so much time to reply and do that beef online. They took the
realness.
art of diss tracks into online, social media. In each other's comment
In
section.
comments يعني it's
comments,
And,
what did he
someone-
mean?
Yeah,
And
started
someone
turning into
someone would go
debates.
live
Okay.
and someone would go live and talk shit about someone else.
So they use it
It's-
commercially, I guess.
Yeah, so that's why I think we don't see beef tracks as much anymore because this space have been moved to online spaces now,
Yeah.
and them meeting each other in the streets and على أساس beating each other, it's not like that. You're an artist, you're a rapper, he's a rapper. You claim that you're better than this guy. Oh, let's go.
طيب.
Showcase that. We've seen that beef between what's the guy from Griselda and Freddie Gibbs.
Benny?
Benny the Butcher, and around 12 people jumped Freddie Gibbs, you know, in a restaurant. No, move that energy into, you know,
Into your
into the
music,
track. Move that energy into the music. You know, why all of that violence?
لكن it has
You're rappers at the end of the day.
لكن not all beef is يعني I think that's outside of rap.
The maximum
between
beef,
Benny and Gibbs was,
yeah, but the maximum beef that happened, and there was something wrong, by the way, is that Duppy and Pusha T, when Drake name dropped Pusha T's wife, and then that Pusha T had to name drop his sick friend, that's how I see it, as toxic as it gets.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to go violence.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to
almost
turn
did, though.
violent.
Kind of.
It's never going to. I know that for a fact. It's never going to. But I think it's about education at the end of the day. You know,
So taking it back to the music, Takeover is
it's my favorite.
your top.
Yeah. It's,
Kanzi is
although there's other tracks, but yeah, I can still listen to Take Over as a diss track till date. Ether, I don't like the beat.
Ether, the beat selection was
Beat
kind
was
but it was
كان استغفر الله. But yeah,
Kanzi is going for hit 'em up.
Definitely, guys. It's
Who Shot is up there, by the way.
Who shot you is up there?
it's a good response also,
Oof,
but
bro,
yeah.
Biggie. Oof.
Yeah.
ده انت بتاع موضوع اقدم من احسن بيجي توباك. لا بهزر.
لا بعدين كنزي
But yeah.
can shoot you up.
Moving to that, cloud chasing is something that I've always wanted to come over here and talk about. So, what's your definition of cloud chasing?
Basically attracting attention or riding a wave of attention out of no base and no right.
Someone who is an attention whore.
Basically.
Maybe. And
يعني زول
someone who's
that's
using
trying to attract attention by riding
By
a
any
wave
means,
of something
yes.
or
Using-
attracting attention to themselves when they have no basis for doing that.
or using a trendy topic to
Hop on
hype up-
and
to
ride
hype
the
up-
wave.
Ride the wave or boost their content.
With that being said, I would like to, you know, as from this platform, as from us, you know, as from a person who I think and I believe that I've never attempted or been with the cloud chasing wave in any topic that happened. I discuss whatever it is bluntly. We do as well over here. But I would like to, you know, let everybody out there know that whenever you are a fan of someone or a fan of a certain entity or you like someone, you know, as much, no matter what or how much you believe that person that you've never met in your life, you know, who you've seen only behind screens, you don't know that person enough, right?
Yeah.
You should never follow someone that you've never met
Okay.
on social media, I'm talking about, or seen, and believe everything they've said. Don't even believe whatever I say over here until you go back and research whatever that I say, you know?
Okay.
No matter what type of information that I give over here, go and double check that. That's your own duty. And that's every person's duty. People in our time right now, they tend to go after the easy info that they're after, that they read, you know? They read the headline, they go after and believe, and they start sharing, you know? They see a certain, you know, person talking about something, yeah, you know, that's true. That's without even people going back and researching, you know? And all of those stuff. I urge people only just to do their own research because there's a lot of people right now in our time during our social media era, they cloud chase. They would hop on any topic.
What if it's something that you actually believe in?
Which is?
يعني
Or maybe if it's something that you're making money out of it, for example, or some people they taken it in a way that it's a source of income for them to cloud chase trendy topics.
Yes, there are those people. But Anna, my talk is directed to the people that watch these type of people, right? To research and not just sit quiet and go like, oh yeah, whatever this person says is correct. No, it's not. You know? يعني احنا at this time we get lies from everywhere. You know? يعني bro, with the whatever that is happening around us, we should not believe anything that is being said from any person. Right? At this time especially. We
what do
face
we
a lot
believe,
of
طيب?
so people should this is the thing, people should go always do their own
If you do
research,
your
their own
research, you're gonna
studies.
find someone else that's saying something.
No, ما يلا, you don't find one source and something we talked about. You go and you search in multiple sources to build your own understanding on whatever topic that person is talking about. You don't just come and believe that
What if
person.
that person? Okay, what if that source or that person
For
is
example-
believed as a reliable or
For example,
trustworthy?
yes, right? We're doing a podcast, right? And I come and I tell you the 101s of how to make it in a podcast industry. Right? Are you gonna believe me? You will, but you should not.
Why not? You're a podcast.
You should go. Yes, I'm
You're a
part of that, right?
podcaster.
I'm a
You're a
podcaster.
podcaster,
yes.
But you should go also
فأنت
do.
حتكون عارف أكتر مني.
But you should go also and do your own research.
On this guy.
On
whatever.
me, on whatever topic that I'm talking about as well, on how to make it a podcast 101. Because it's not, it might be false. How I made it, maybe it's not something that I've been saying. You know, whatever it is, it might be a wrong information that I'm giving. You know?
أنا
Or how I'm
فاهمك.
getting.
أنا فاهمك, but I.
People spreading lies about certain stuff, you don't believe that easily. You should go also and research. Those times where the vaccines came, blah blah blah, we
same
came
thing.
and we discussed this a lot.
Same situation is all those people who promise if you follow their course you're gonna earn this amount of money and make another source
example,
of income.
for example.
those type of people.
It's not gonna work for you,
If
you
it's
know?
not making them millionaires, why should I believe? Why should I believe?
As an
from
example,
them?
yeah,
For
you know.
example, as an example.
But then also there are people who also come and ride the wave also of something bad that is happening, and they زيادة زيادة, عرفت كيف? That's
okay,
where it's كمان
okay,
clout
that's
chasing,
toxic.
and then you look at these people, and it is from people that you love or like or whatever. But you don't do your research at the end of the day. You know, you should do your own research as a person that listens or hears whatever that is happening in front of you. Why I'm saying this? Because there's a lot of clout chasers in our time now.
Yeah.
Especially easily with this social media that is happening. You know, and people in our time right now are lazy to go and research.
I personally am صراحة. I don't know.
People are lazy to go and research. They believe whatever that they see from, you know what, from a YouTuber, from a social media personnel, whatever it is. We should, and my whole point of this is urging people to go and always do their own research on whatever that they see, whatever that they read. You know, that's it. As easy as that. You know, because we are surrounded by too many clout chasers at this time.
طيب.
بس السلام عليكم.
شكرا لك.
Yeah. Moving on. Kanzi.
Yeah, so we've been hearing a lot of trendy topics around artificial intelligence recently, and there are those type of debates on if AI is going to help us or it's going to harm us, and we've been discussing this a lot. There was this piece of news that really caught my eye, which is that the Godfather, who they named the Godfather of AI, left his latest position in Google, and this
Okay.
and there was a concern from his side. He commented actually, and just to give a background on this person who we are talking about.
What's his name?
His name is Jeffrey. I'm just fact checking. 1 second.
Fact checking.
Checking himself عشان شنو ما يدي.
ما هي يعني
Also go do your own research.
قاعد اتكلم عن الريسيرش.
Also go do your own.
كلامنا
يعني هندا تعتر هسي. So what type of information do you think that you're gonna get? فيها تعتيرة في البداية.
كده let me check his name.
Let me عرفتوا كيف؟ Go double check.
Yeah. Whatever I'm going to say right
Go
now,
double check.
go double check it. Do your own due
Own research.
diligence. Do your research.
But I've heard about such a guy called the Godfather of AI.
The Godfather of AI. Who is the Godfather of AI? Jeffrey Everest Hinton.
Okay.
British Canadian cognitive psychologist and computer scientist.
Okay.
He started his work back in 2013, and he
Where?
In Google itself,
Okay.
and he contributed in too many. He put a lot of
Projects
efforts
that
of projects,
Google, yeah. Okay.
that helped the growth of artificial intelligence
Okay.
in Google.
Okay.
So when he stepped out, he raised main concern around the use of artificial intelligence in general. And those two concerns, I summed them in the next two points.
So question, sorry,
Yeah,
before you
tell me.
start. That his concerns tackle on where AI is today, right? The chat GPTs, the AI,
The ChatGPTs,
and all
the
of those
AI
stuff
platform,
that
all
we've
of
been
these-
using.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so these are the type of concerns that he has on those stuff right now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And as I mentioned in too many episodes before, that AI models.
حاجة ظريفة ولذيذة.
No. It's a human invention, right?
Yeah.
And human had to create it.
Yes.
And the training models learns from human information.
Behavior, yeah.
Behavior, yeah. So his main concern is that AI in the future will learn the manipulation. And where from it will learn this manipulation? From human knowledge, right?
لأنه إحنا ذاتنا manipulative
Manipulator,
people.
the biggest manipulator creatures in the universe. يعني دي حاجة
Given.
عارفينها, okay? And it will start using this manipulation techniques against us in a harmful ways.
So it will start an understanding of how to manipulate people themselves.
Yeah.
Because they will learn how people manipulate stuff.
Easy.
But they will outsmart us, you mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
And he mentioned that he cannot think of a solution for this, even if we put too many restrictions on AIs, and those restrictions can be policies and regulations that we can put on the chatbots, AI sites that works on Adobe Photoshop and all of these things. If we started putting those policies and restrictions, again, because AI can learn or have the knowledge of programming, manipulation, and all of these things, it will try to learn or find the new techniques to go over these restrictions.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
It reminds me of, for example, these viruses that we get on our computer. No matter how you update your firewall or antivirus, for example, you get a person that created a virus that knows how
It
to
was not in the list. It was not in the knowledge base of the antivirus.
right?
Yeah.
So
It keeps on
it would be easier for an AI to do that than us because they'll figure it out in a second.
in seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you have mentioned, it's something useful if it's used and put in the right direction. If it's used in helping human beings, but we cannot predict what's going to happen in the future.
عندنا 8 بليون people on this earth. طبعا ال 8
كمية
بليون ما ناقين وصافين.
Exactly.
ال 8 بليون ديل في منهم اولاد حرام في
No
منهم
faith in humanity.
bro of
I
course
have faith in
not.
AI more than humanity.
He does. I don't have faith in anything but God.
ده عنده faith in AI more than humanity.
لا ما للدرجة. لكن from what I'm seeing, SCB AI did not do anything to us. لكن what I've experienced.
AI is like 4 years old now. هيعمل شنو؟
Try to open the dark web and see what AI is doing over there.
No, I don't want to go there to the dark web or
طيب,
whatever.
if you are blind to you're making yourself blind
To the harm.
to the to the harmful stuff and just preaching what's good.
I'm not preaching what's good.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. For example, and you're preaching. You're overlooking. You know, I'm just saying.
No.
If you're overlooking,
Nobody should overlook the harmful use of any invention, any tool that the human created.
True.
Right. There should be. That's why we have rules, regulation, policies,
they'll get overjumped بعد فترة كده.
لا, it's overjumped right now because it's still new. عرفتها؟
But it's still new, and we still don't know, or we didn't figure out how to stop everything
Yeah.
that we created now.
And we push it to the people.
We don't know how to stop
blindly.
it.
خلاص.
So خلاص
we deal with it لما تجي. عرفتها؟
لما ترمينيتر نبقى زي ترمينيتر كده.
ترمينيتر يجي
عرفت
بعدك
كده؟
نشوف
المستقبل.
Secure us, and we have all of those stuff that happen. ونبقى آلات بس.
نبقى آلات. يعني ما أعرف.
Honestly, this is a bright future for us with AI. Although there are people that use it in a good way, people, بس دائما I think يعني we're gonna face problems with that.
We're gonna human beings, they face
Big
problem with
problems
anything,
with that.
anything. But I see in the beginning that human will benefit from it.
Which we are now.
More than the evil people starting using it in a harmful way.
I have friends who are building CVs with ChatGPT.
They're building everything.
مثلا ما يلا كنت ما حتكلم في طريقة غلط سامحة لكن هسي رفع يده
لا تكلم
لا خلاص
So you design your CV based on the job description
Yeah.
that you are receiving
Yeah.
and use ChatGPT to.
You mash both, you know, what knowledge that you have and the objective that they have in their
Copy the job description, paste it in ChatGPT.
ايوه
Tell
tell
them
ChatGPT to generate
the CV based on those
لما
job
تحوز في
descriptions.
الشغل وتتزخم
تتزخم بعدك use ChatGPT again.
عشان كده شنو
عشان ما تتزخم.
That's why now Elon Musk created this chip that they said they're going through the process of
That's an interesting. Yeah.
of trial, right?
Yeah, it's a Neuralink, I think, chip that they started. I think this project started a few years back.
And now
But
it got the approval of a human
Like
test.
a human test, yeah. It was tested on monkeys, on
المفروض تعمل شنو الشيب دي؟
A chip D is gonna give you access to internet and all of that. انت في راسك you're gonna have worldwide knowledge ما شاء الله. عشان شنو انت بعد ده ما تستعمل شات جي بي تي تكتب السي في كده.
انت شات جي بي تي
ايوه تعاملك مع الناس
بكره
شات جي بي
اسمع انت
فيرجن.
فيرجن شكلك فيرجن 3.5 صدق ما
عملت ابديت قاعد تعلق تكون واقف كده
قلت
you know bro
we're laughing now but it's
where
gonna
are we going where are we going with this
Terminator. We're going to the it's the
That's exciting.
أنا والله the exciting part of the whole all of this, the exciting part, and this is the first time I'm saying this. The exciting part of all of this revolution and how fast is the pace of
the age of the internet is
not the internet, the whole thing.
technology.
Yeah, technology. I think this revolution is gonna help people retire early. Let's look at it from a brightest. Yeah.
How?
Let AI work for you. Let AI work for you. This is the motto.
So now, okay, you're gonna face problem of people having less jobs, less job opportunities.
Let's put the AI in
ما دار
work.
الناس تشتغل. You don't want people to make money.
No, they can. Always people will make money.
واليد العاملة والحاجات دي كلها. What was
If
gonna
we
happen
go
to
back
them?
in time, and again, we learn from history the most. زمان كان في the people who used to switch the telephone
مثلاً,
switcher.
yeah.
This was they were hiring like 100 people just to switch.
And then they found
the
other
phone.
people
When you call someone, the operator, the
Central,
switch operator, used to,
بيحول
after the internet or after they discovered I think the network the network switchboard or the network router or whatever, all of these jobs disappeared, right?
Yeah.
Where did they go?
They died poor.
They ended up crackheads.
What are you trying to say?
They became street junkies. بقوا يوصلوا الناس في بعض. صار connecting people with other stuff. اسمع داير كم؟ 10 خذ 5.
خلاص جاوبتوني على السؤال.
You're showing us how negative AI can be.
لا ما فكرتها
ما فكرت في السؤال قبل ما افتحه.
لا ما فكرت من الناحية دي صراحة لكن what they said what they really said is that يعني those people they found new jobs. They work in factories and in the late 80s.
When AI is here,
اشتغلت معاه وانت عارف كيف.
AI is going to take over factory jobs. Is going to take over everything that is mechanical, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna take
Not
over.
mechanical, no, not a mechanical thing. I think.
No, ما انت
I
يا
saw
أخي as a simplest thing الخياطة صح؟ خياط
yeah.
a tailor, right?
How it can
it's the
be
simplest
replaced?
thing.
How can
It
it
can
be
be replaced easily, bro.
Okay.
Instead of having 3 people, right, in one shop that they would tailor stuff, right?
Yeah.
You would have one
Yeah,
person.
machines that, yeah.
You would have one person
طيب مين راح
that would
يحط
manage
القماش
these
في
3
الماشين؟
machines. One person. Instead of 3, you will have one person managing 3 machines. You just killed 2 jobs.
طب خلاص يمشي.
And I'm talking about just a
طيب،
tailor
أوكي،
shop.
لسه-
I'm
لا،
just
لا، مش كده،
no
مش
no no
كده.
no. I'm just talking about a tailor shop. You
Yeah.
know, as an example.
Yeah. I'm just
Imagine.
there are a lot of examples of AI replacing jobs.
معناته
But
انت
the
ليه
thing is-
مبسوط you want to retire early?
Because maybe it's meant to be for human beings to start living their life and go outside, living the
How if they're
live-
not if
live
they
in
don't
the
have
nat-
any jobs to
Let
make any money?
AI work يا جماعة.
How are you gonna make the income to go outside?
ما كل against each human. one second. خلينا ناخذها من sci fi perspective. في ستار في ستار وورز مش كان في درويدز وفي
يا اخي الريفرنس بتاعك فيلم.
مش في درويدز وفي الهيومنز
Yes.
صح؟ and each كل السكاي ووكرز ذيك جيدايز or whatever.
Storm troopers.
I'm not talking about stormtroopers. I'm talking about the Jedis.
المشوا اشتغلوا
كان
مزارعين.
معاهم droids D2 3 ده
2D2
كان معاهم droid. They used to use them in war وكده. ولما يكونوا يمشوا الماركت they used to let them
شيلهم
work,
حاجات
fix the ship.
Okay.
Go get يعني كده خليهم slaves يا أخي يعني the AI bots the AI robots that we are going to have خليهم يشتغلوا الشغل الما.
طيب وبعدين لما يعملوا انقلاب
لما
علينا
نزهج
لما يعملوا انقلاب علينا
ابقى قابلني. لما يعجبوا لكن حيكون في فتره كده انا what I'm predicting انه حيكون في فتره كده human beings will go back to enjoy life
Yes.
in nature.
For how long?
ويخلوا البوتس والاي اي يشتغلوا بدالهم وكل زول
بعدين
كل
حيطلعوا
إنسان-
ميتيننا.
كل انسان his bots will generate income for him وهو يكون بيمشي ماشي يستمتع بس
انا
بالانكم ده يا اخي.
I disagree معك. عارف ليه؟ لانه انت الناس اللي حيكونوا الناس اللي حيستمتعوا بالبوتس اللي بيمشوا يشتغلوا هناي
there's certain
طبقه معينه من الناس.
ان شاء الله راح نكون منهم ها تعال شو
ما انت حسي ما منهم
Oh, he
لكن
doesn't care about anyone. He cares about himself. بس.
يعني that you're
Generate
saying
the money from
you're-
the bots,
you're
AI.
talking about
وأنا قاعد
making
في
the
يخت
rich get
somewhere.
the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This is what you're saying. يعني the
the
people
poor did not
people
choose
that have
the poor الناس اللي حيكونوا against ما عندهم ما they don't wanna
رياض.
ما عاوزين يقتنوا
في الاي اي
روبوتس و اي ايز وديل حيكونوا انتوا قاعدين في الستون ايج قاعدين بتحرقوا في الكيفز قاعدين.
لا لكن انت هسه بتتكلم عن وظائف حقت ناس. يعني هسه الخياط مثلا اللي حيستفيد من الاي اي
يا حبيبنا يا ما انا
لكن الخياط
يا
الشغال ده
ابن العالم
he'll get
والناس.
الفكره كلها انه اي يا اخي it's going to replace jobs كويس فاهمين. لكن هل لازم كان الشخص الخياط ده هل لازم كان يشتغل خياط؟ if there is an alternative نقول له يا اخي اسمع هكا امشي
يعني انت هسه بتفتكر انه خياط
لا لا لا
شغال.
you can't also that you can't this person
كل
who
زول-
told him to work this job or do this job. No bro, it's people they get خلاص يعني this is what where life led them to.
ما
You
انا
can't
قلت
control
انا ما
them.
قلت لك ما
والله
هي
يا اخي اكتشفتك على حقيقتك لكن
طلع
اكتشفت على قاعد يفكر في نفسه الوقت ده كله بس قال لك البشريه كلها
كون قاعد مع
تحترق. انا قاعد في اليخت والاي اي بتاعي شغال.
تعرف المشكله وين حتكون في الوقت ذاك انه the wealthy people والelite people ديل
will get wealthier.
will get wealthier by the amount of bots that they يعني حيكون انا عندي كل ما عندي اكثر they're generating money from me I'm gonna be wealthier.
بالضبط.
عرفتها؟
والناس الوظائفهم
والله هديك بطريقته.
والله if we get attacked after this episode أنا ما لي علاقة يا جماعة. أنا مصفي أنا براي I'm against this whole shit anyway. If I'm gonna be something I'm gonna be the person who kills these robots at a later stage. Moving on. هتعب هاي هتعب
كثيرين.
حتتقطع
شايفهم كثير هاي
قصص كده
I am legend the movie.
action مثلا. Moving on. PlayStation Studios did a whole interesting reveal for a couple of games. Metal Gear Solid remake, Spider-Man 2
I like
as
that.
well.
I like that one.
I'm waiting for Alan Wake as well, starring by Keanu Reeves. I played the first part long time ago, and it's one of my favorite games. It looks interesting. I'm waiting, especially at this time. We've been not seeing a lot of releases that are really huge.
Yeah.
We have seen more of remakes. We have seen more of stuff that are half-assed. You know what
Basically.
I mean? So
It's kind of hard to find something original.
this is what's boggling me with their in the whole entertainment industry, with their movies, games, whatever it is, you know. But yeah. Do you want to talk about releases? Okay, Tramine. I didn't like it.
Really?
Yes.
Not a single
nope,
song?
Nope.
Wallahi?
I played it 3 times.
And I remember I liked one. I just forgot which one it was.
I played it 3 times and I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I expected it to be better, to be honest.
I think Amina killed the tape. Kanzi?
I liked it. It's a summer vibe, colorful album. I think Ketranada is the type of music that you would like to listen to. It's not the best out of both of them, I think, but there are a couple of songs that I liked that I liked, and I like to mention. One of them is the Sauce Up and Forever, which is a first collaboration between Ketranada and Pharrell, I guess. But other than that, I think. Yeah, why
It's a
not?
very regular
But
tape to me.
if you ask me the question, if I want a second release or a second
From
edition
both?
from both, no.
No.
Thank you.
شكراً.
شكرا كويس.
حاولتوا
كل واحد يرجع بيته.
كل واحد يرجع بيته.
Summer Walker.
Yeah, Summer Walker dropped a second part of her EP, sophomore EP. It's Clear 2, Soft Life. What made it pop is the intro from J. Cole, the audio hug, which honestly is my least favorite part of the whole EP. But it's literally in the title. It's a soft listen. It's nice. It's kind of vulnerable, and it explores a lot of topics. Yani. It's a nice listen. If you're looking for something calm,
R&B.
R&B of course.
Okay.
Summer Walker طبعا يعني like yeah.
Dave and Central C released a track as well. Sprinter. I loved it. I actually love how Central C's career is going. He proved, to me at least, he's not a one-hit wonder with the Doja.
Yeah.
He is been consistent.
Yeah.
And the tracks that he's delivering are good. You know? I love the track. Sprinter. Yeah. That's
it's the first time it's not the first time, like it's been a while since I gave Central C a proper listen. And I honestly didn't like Doja that much. I knew it blew up and had this whole thing behind it. But
it's a song, you know, it was a hit.
But this is the first time I actually hear Central C give like proper
the
like,
video is dope as
proper
well.
bar. I didn't even watch the video, but it was proper bars and it was actually entertaining. It's a nice
when is the Flash releasing?
by the end of June, I think 24th.
I'm waiting for this movie.
26th.
It looks sick.
Yeah.
It looks sick, and everybody's saying that this is maybe the best DC movie.
It might be.
I saw.
And it might be one of the best superhero movies also.
Until they re-announced it recently, and I thought they were gonna scrap it because of the problems that
because
Ezra Miller had.
But
I can't wait to see it.
في سينز كده شوية أنا خوفتني صراحة to be honest. في scenes from the
زي
trailer
يعني.
from the trailer
زي
itself.
يعني.
You know they used a lot of CGI.
Oh, but
لا
this
too
is
much.
it. But this is it.
لا ما wait ما دقيقة أنا I mean إنه ما في CGI يسي مفروض بال Unreal Engine and the new Unreal Engine that was released تخلي لك الموضوع إنه حالة البيس realistic عرفتها. that's what I meant إنه you can tell CGI too much أو cheap ass CGI.
But I'll ask you one thing. So we watch superhero movies, right? Why would you mind the CGI?
If it's
Even if it looks bad,
if it's
even
not
if it
polished,
looks
if it's
so
not polished,
CGI.
No, for me, if the CGI is not polished, that as
Your
يعني
problem is
very very
a
good.
cheap CGI,
Yeah,
which is what Marvel has been doing for the past couple movies, and they admitted it.
I got scared from the trailer بتاع the Flash قلت لك. I got a bit scared.
حسيت إنه في شوية رخصت
maybe the
CGI
budget
رخيص
شوي.
كده.
الCGI شوية.
No, I
حسيته
don't think so.
طيب.
I don't think so.
خلاص
I
اوكي.
don't think so. I'm really hyped.
إذا أي حاجة حصلت جوا السينما راح
أضرب لي.
حط صلي طوال.
Benzema moved to Al-Ittihad. Today just announced that Real Madrid that he's leaving.
Yeah.
And he is going to sign most probably to Al-Ittihad on 200 mil per year, 200 million euros, is the same pay that Ronaldo gets.
God for النصر.
And most probably we're going to start seeing also Messi moving since he played his last match with PSG this weekend.
And he might go to Al Hilal.
What a time.
Yeah.
What a time.
I'm telling you, 2 years, 2 years, we're gonna see the shift. from
Flamingos
Champions-
podcast also taking recording maybe in Saudi.
Nobody knows. المهم the whole Champions League was gonna be almost like Canada.
لا هنا عندك مشكلة بتاع population that they're going to stand against this. This is a player that is moving, that he's almost done from his career, which makes sense. But Champions League happening over there, you're gonna have all the Europeans standing against this because they want to go and watch their teams. It's tougher for them to travel to KSA than to travel to a country that is next to
There
them.
is
no,
Champions,
أنا-
European Champions
And
League.
I'm talking
حيتلعب
about
في أوروبا.
something يعني in parallel.
Oh, okay.
Something in parallel that happens or maybe that is
كأس العالم للأندية.
ممكن الدوري
مثلاً.
انا قصدي انه الدوري السعودي حيوصل لمرحله انه to compete against the Champions League.
Yeah.
عرفتها يكون
Why not?
الدوري السعودي اوكي
I really hope so.
the same standard, the same stars, the same names that make the people watch
Yeah.
the European
Yeah.
or Champions League is gonna turn the eyes into the new
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia league يعني.
And I think this can happen, but it
But
needs because
this is the start of it.
exactly because there's a lot of infrastructural changes that should happen.
Yeah,
Lot of
that's the
I think
direction.
such a thing would take up to 10 years because that's when you will have a generation,
while, right?
a new generation, young ones that grew up after they nurtured them, they trained
Yeah.
them, and all of that. But big ups. I mean,
Of course.
for us, that side of the world to have the spotlight, I'm all in for it.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
what I was trying to
Why not?
explain. Yeah.
So I'm gonna select one. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about or discuss بطن الشاعر by Moayad النفيعي, a project that from Saudi Arabia that came out. You guys heard it?
Yep.
What do you think?
I liked it. I liked it.
شنو دي؟
I liked it والله صراحة.
هسه حنجي واحد لا.
Honestly, يعني I can't. ما بقدر. I can't say.
Can't say it.
I can't say يعني
If you liked it or not. How many times you listened to it?
3 times تقريبا 2-3 times.
And how did you feel in those 3 times?
Hungry.
I liked it.
اتزنقت في نص اللسن.
I liked it بس المشكلة إنه now that you asked me about it I almost forgot it. Like نسيت
Forgot
إني
about
أنا
it.
I forgot about it.
Okay.
So I was like it's nice but it's forgetful. It's easily forgetful basically.
Okay. Kanzi?
والله I listened to it the same amount of times that Awab listened to it.
But you never revisited it.
No, I revisited. Like I revisited one
You did
song.
not.
I revisited the
One
song
song.
that I like. Yeah,
Okay.
my favorites.
So after those 3 lessons, you
I
filtered.
picked the favorite.
Okay, nice.
So
How many? Out of 12 tracks,
I like
the
3.
album has.
I like 3. One of them,
like 3?
Hubut al-Tirari is one of my favorite. I think
love it. Yeah,
it's number 1 song in that album.
13.
it's the last song.
That for me, it's like
Okay, it's the number 1. Yeah, okay.
And the one with entitled, I think, which is بعدك مختفي or something like that.
حقيقتك مخفية.
حقيقتك مخفية بعدك مختفي.
تبعتك.
But overall,
حقيقتك مخفية has the same start as the one in entitled project. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, but he has a signature. The ting. That's his signature on beats.
I didn't. It's the second time I ever hear it. It was on that track and then this.
I like the interlude when he explained
It's
how
my
he
favorite.
how he
Yeah, became a rapper, poet.
how he got introduced to the poet
poetry.
the poetry and how he infused or like merged both things poet and rap into this thing in Arabic.
Yeah.
I like the cover.
Kitab.
Yeah,
It's a book.
it's a book.
Yeah.
I thought it's a passport, kind of. It's a book.
It's okay. It's a
It's a
book.
book. It's a book. It's a book. Yeah, but
كان شايفه بعين واحدة. Okay.
but nice. Yeah. Overall, I liked it.
I think this project is meant to be more of cultural than
It feels that way.
it'll have. So I think it'll have more of a cultural impact than how good the music is, because we don't see a Saudi rapper. We've seen a lot, right? Shout out to everybody, but this style we don't see it as frequent, right? We don't see such a style frequent. We've seen a style that is similar to rappers like Clash a lot.
Yeah.
In Saudi Arabia. We've seen all that. And then a style like that coming on, I think it's more of a cultural impact that will introduce people to different type, you know, because it's a mix of both worlds. The what we're used to from Saudi Arabia back in the days and what's new, you know? And that's where I think this project, that's what I think project goal relies.
Yeah.
Sonically, it's good.
Okay.
It's not great. It's good. You know?
والله it's crispy
It's-
as fuck.
No. I mean as a project. I don't mean as how it's mixed, how you know.
okay.
But I mean as a project. It's good, but it's not great. That's where I think cultural impact is great. You know? That's if you compare both, cultural impact is great. Yes. This is what it's meant to be. As a person who does poetry, who's an actor, who's a blah blah blah, you know, all of those stuff. And he opened a new, you know, for the regular, the regular Saudi, you know, music listener.
Yeah.
Introduce him to a whole different type of hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and this is where the greatness of this project lays. To me, that's it. You know, but there are a lot of great tracks over there. Like for example, for me, Hiroshima. The one with Synaptic, Al Hadi, هبوط اضطراري, because of how the track is, you know, it's close to Shaylat, it's, you know, that Saudi, you know, يعني the cultural, you know, all of those stuff.
With a hint of West Coast.
You know, with a hint of, you know, the hip hop, the
Funk,
rap, you know, stuff
rap,
like those. So yeah, Araka La Tarani is one of my favorite. It's maybe in my top 3 tracks. You know, in this project, it has good stuff. It has a lot of good, you know, songs. But yeah, that's what I think. What Batn al-Sha'r is. It's more of a cultural impact than how musically it is. And I think it is. It achieved what it's meant for.
to
you know.
achieve. Okay.
So
And also, I think it represents a fully polished, mastered, and executive produced album that represent the rap scene and the music. What it
Saudi,
would look
yeah.
like if it was put out in a good quality or the top notch thing. This is what should,
And it has a lot of
what it
features
should be like,
as well.
and I think it's a good start for the upcoming rappers.
100%. This will pave ways. This will
Exactly.
pave, you know, for the audience and for the artists in Saudi Arabia also as well. Although there are been too many over there, from Randall Al Young, Khals, a lot of rappers from there, you know. Shout out to everybody out there. But this is just somehow different culturally. That's it. You know? And yeah, that's it. Do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about?
Well,
Or mention before we...
I did wanna mention something since a couple of weeks ago, but I just want, it's more of a congratulations type of thing for the first Sudani film to ever be featured in the Cannes Film Festival. I don't know if Kanzi knows about it, but it's a big feat for Sudan. Goodbye Julia, الفيلم بتاع Goodbye.
Yeah, I think they Amjad Abu Laila and the collaboration with another director. I think.
محمد
طلع بيعرف عنه.
طلع بيعرف
طلع انت اللي ما تعرف.
لا محمد كردفاني.
Kurdifan, yeah.
محمد كردفاني. The name is هناي.
وقعك لكن كمل.
But actually the story is fascinating. The story is interesting. وذا fact انه هم اصلا عملوا حاجه زي دي ده اول فيلم سوداني that gets that, so my applaud, my salute for to them and shout out to them.
Now the question is when will we be able to watch the movie?
Yeah, that I don't know yet.
This is the whole thing. This is the thing about those movies that they win.
But they take a while to come to you,
Yeah.
like, and you'll get to see them. يعني أساس تموت في العشرين didn't take that long for it to be viewed.
It took a while.
It took some time. I
Took
didn't
some
watch it
time.
till now, but it took
Yeah, it took some time.
ما you don't watch it?
Nope.
Oh.
فعشان كده some people they lose the hype of
Yeah.
yeah
Exactly.
these type of situations. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
Well, congrats. Shout out.
Yeah.
And with that being said, this is everything for this week from the Flamingos podcast. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everybody is out there safe. I hope you have a good week, have a good time. And please, whatever you go through, share with the people that you love, people that love you as well. They're there. Make sure that you know when you, as something that we discussed earlier today, when you're close a burnout, that you have to take some time off for yourself. We're here. We're always here. The Flamingos podcast. This is Yad.
Kanzi on the mic.
And Awab.
And for the next time, peace!
Yeah.